Hi, I'm Indy and I'm an American student. I'm from Massachusetts, which is in the north. And in the north, we have this idea that Southerners are very intolerant. And as a queer person, this always made me feel really uncomfortable. I had grown up listening to Southern politicians talk about why they didn't believe in marriage equality, and I had watched videos of Southern preachers talking about why people like me were going to hell, and I was scared of the South. In high school, a boy in my history class was Southern, and that year I had shaved the side of my head and I had started dressing a bit more like a boy. In my head, I had already decided that he wasn't going to accept me. One day, history class was canceled, and while I was leaving, the Southern boy stopped me and said, "Why do people like you do such effed up things to their bodies?" And after a moment, I realized that he meant queer people, and I could feel myself getting angry, but I paused. And I asked him, "Are you trying to insult me, or do you actually want to know? Because if you want to know, we can go get coffee." And he seemed surprised, but then he said that, yeah, he would be willing to talk. So we got coffee and we talked about counterculture and about gender expectations, and I realized that we had both learned something. I had been so scared of rejection that I had already rejected him in my head. And as we talked, I could see in his face that I seemed more like a person to him, and that he could start to understand who I am and where I come from. It was at that point that I realized that you can't ask for acceptance if you aren't going to make yourself vulnerable. No one can accept you if they don't know who you are. And so in that moment, I had to stop vilifying and demonizing the South, and I had to put myself out there. And it was at that point that we started to make progress.